best defense is defense. Use everything you have to protect your alliance. So, send a dozen choppers when one chopper would do. Build walls twice as high as you need. Join me and strike. Mobile Strike. Download and play now. Free from the App Store.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us. Welcome to Nethack Nights. I'm just going to leave it a couple more minutes before we get into things properly. So this is a great time if you're not signed up to Twitch to sign up, register for an account, because the chat room is where all the fun happens. The chat room is where we're going to talk through all of this and everything else. So yeah, we'll just leave it a couple more minutes and then we'll get started with some Nethack. Hello and welcome to Nethack Nights. My name's Alex and I will be your host this evening. Casey is away, Casey's moving. So this Thursday and probably the next couple of Thursdays I will be helping out by filling in. If you're a long-time Nethack Nights watcher, you're probably aware that I did a guest episode a couple of weeks ago and we started playing a wizard character. Our wizard was a little bit different. We had Casey likes to play barbarians. Casey's characters have all been barbarians going through the dungeon. And wizards obviously have more of a spell-casting element to them, which was one difference in our game. Another difference in our game is that we've been playing on nethack.alt.org, a public server, which means we can run into bones files from many other different players. We ran into one of them last time. With our wizard, we went into the dungeons, we kind of looked into the gnomish mines a little bit, and decided that looked a little bit too dangerous, so we kept going down. I don't think we found the entrance to Sokoban. We found a bones file, which had in a throne room, and we kind of fought some stuff and decided, let's go back up to that altar and see what we can do with the altar. And then we sacrificed, and we'd just been granted Magic Bane, an artifact athame, which is like a knife. So we've now got our knife, our Magic Bane. We might be strong enough to start looking into the mines now. So let's see how far we can get with this character, if we can keep this wizard alive, or if we're going to end up accidentally killing them off somewhere. And my recollection is hazy from this. The other thing which I should say is I've played a little more NetHack than Casey has. But I also know that Casey's going to watch some of these things back, and I like watching Casey discover things that are good ideas and bad ideas. So sometimes I might talk around things that I know is a bad idea, but I don't want to say specifically why it is. So here's our game. We're going to restore our save file to begin with. And it's been about, let's say, a few weeks since we've had a look at this one. So we've got our wizard here. Our wizard is experience level 7. An AC of 4, which is a bit not great. Not bad, but not great. There is a little dog coming towards us. Let's just double check on that dog and see whether it's peaceful or not. Oh, we've got a peaceful dog. Okay, so that's not anything to worry about, because we've got 38 health points, which is about 2/3. We've got about half power spell casting power. No more info on the dog, thank you. And let's have a look at our dungeon overview, which I thought was Control I. How does this, what am I, overview. So we've got an armor shop on level 2. Stairs down to the gnomish mines on level 3, one shop level 4. We haven't found the entrance to Sokoban yet. And finally our inventory. We have some daggers. We were throwing those daggers at anything we possibly could. We also have athame, 800 gold coins. We're doing okay for food. We learned the stone to flesh spell last time, which means that we can cast, we pretty much don't have to worry about food in this game. We have a Blessed Scroll of Identify, which we are obviously going to keep hold of, and an Uncursed Scroll of Identify, and a couple of rings. And I probably tried putting that ring on last time, but let's just try anyway. That didn't have an immediate effect, so let's remove that ring. So there are many objects here. Ah yes, I remember this now. We dropped a whole bunch of our potions outside because we were burdened before. We haven't made a good stash yet in here, or have we? Level 6 is our stash. Let's pick up some of those potions. Yes, continue. So this was not the entrance to the gnomish mines. let's keep going down. Let's see if we can go and pop some of these potions in our stash and get ourselves unburdened. In fact, I'm just going to throw a meatball to my pet, which should make him a bit more likely to follow me. Come on, Rex, this is not much fun. You know what, I've got loads of meatballs, and I'm just going to go down to my stash, drop off some potions, and come back up. So let's just do that and not worry about taking our pet with us. We can retame him with meatballs pretty easily. I do remember this level of stash. Ah, there is a leprechaun. Let's go drop off our gold on the level above. So when we hit the leprechaun, in fact, we can drop those brilliant blue potions. So when we want to, in fact, let's even just close that door. After all that, for only 48 pixels of gold. Is that a peaceful gnome king? Actually, I'm also just going to say, just identify myself. I'm a gnomish wizard. That's worth remembering. Which is why that gnome is peaceful. Let's, I'm going to say both here because I want to have a look at what's in my chest. Just to remind myself of this from my previous game. And we're also going to put in all kinds of objects. We've got Magic Bane, so we definitely don't need our quarterstaff anymore. Don't really need that pancake. I'll keep the fortune cookies because they'll be fun. We'll read one of those in a bit. Let's drop off our uncursed. Let's drop off all of our scrolls. We're not really going to use any of them. I can definitely get rid of that clear potion for now. Probably not going to use that potion of oil either. And I think, let's just drop off that unidentified ring as well. That would be a good thing. The other thing that I can't remember in this game is I cannot remember anything about our encumbrance. So let's, sorry, our encumbrance, whether we have clairvoyance or not. Let's just try putting on our blindfold. Yeah. So clearly we ate a floating eye corpse in the last game because we can see that gnome and we can see that small horse. So this is where we were before. We know for sure that's probably going to be our werewolf. Yeah, our werejackal. So let's... I only have crude daggers apparently, but let's throw some crude daggers at it. Never mind. Yep, I want F. I want to throw daggers. Ah, so there is our were-jackal. On the run, it looks like. Gonna have to be careful with this one, because I don't want to accidentally hit that peaceful dog. Let's cast a spell of Force Bolt at it. We should probably find out whether those are cursed. Sorry. Let's see one of those fortune cookies, as they're going to give us some potentially useful messages. They say that a grid bug won't hit you when you cross it. I have no idea how true that is or not. So I don't really want to have to kill that dog or tame that dog. But Rex is not really inclined to follow me. Let's do him another meatball. Ah, a Roth. I should have zapped that one when I had a bit more space to maneuver. But we went through that Rothe, as we also learned last time, but I should be saying it was a Rothe. So the last time we came in the mines, yeah, I definitely remember this, where it was full of monsters. So let's see how we get on with these. Like, I totally reserve the right to run away upstairs. Thanks, Rex. Let's throw some daggers at this Naga hatchling. Well, I'm totally picking that rune dagger up and throwing it right back. And I'm totally eating that golden Naga catchling. A leash. Let's have a quick look at all the summaries. So we've got the Black Naga hatchling is peaceful, the gnome is peaceful, the acid blob is peaceful, as are the dwarves. So it's only that leprechaun that we have to worry about. So I'm just going to come upstairs, drop my gold before I try and punch this leprechaun to death. Ah, an arrow trap. Okay. Sure, I'm pretty sure that dagger was carried around by Rex. I'm just going to drop those daggers and see if Rex is willing to walk on them, because if he is, I know they're going to be uncursed. Yeah. And the main reason for that is I can then drop those crude daggers, which are worse daggers. They're crude daggers, and I would much rather have my daggers to hand. Pair of leather gloves, that could be exciting. Am I wearing any gloves at the moment? I am wearing leather gloves. Let's see if they're any better. Our existing gloves are +1, so it's unlikely that the ones we just found are going to be better than that. They're also +1, so we will keep hold of those for the time being. They may well come in handy later. So that is a pudding. Oh, a grey ooze. So there's a lot of dwarves on this level doing their gnome mines, or, well, dwarvish mining thing. Which I'm okay with on the whole. It makes it easier for me to navigate around. So this is one of those things that I'm not going to fully explain. Hi, Agent A in the chat, nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. If you saw the previous episode of Nethack Nights, you will know that Casey, well, the last episode that Casey played, you will know that he made it all the way down to the bottom of the Gnomish Mines, and with some prompting from the chat was told that he should pick up the grey stones. Casey has not found out yet why some grey stones are to be avoided, and I'm not going to spoil that for him. But I am definitely going to kick that grey stone before I pick it up. And I'm not going to say why. That'll be a mystery. Agent Nay in the chat says that I'm lucky that I can see as much as I can on this level. I am and I'm not. Like, this one is a lit mines level. Like, it's the first level on the mines, so I'm doing okay with that. I'm also playing a gnome, so I've got infravision anyway, which means even if it's an unlit room, I might not be able to see the level, but I will be able to see any monsters that are coming my way. Don't think I've got anything that I can use intelligently on that. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to take something out. Well, there's the downstairs. I'm burdened and I don't really want to navigate around burdened. Let's just have a quick look at that rat. A rabid rat. I don't want a rabid rat near me. Certainly not when I'm burdened. Let's just finish having a look around this level. We've killed pretty much everything on it. Oh, oh. Let's have a look at that one. Are you a friendly horse? You are not a friendly horse. I think if I throw a meatball at that horse, it will pacify it. Yeah, it's no longer an unfriendly horse, it is a peaceful horse. I didn't tame it, I merely pacified it. And I keep saying horse because Agent Nay was talking about being a horse, but it's actually a pony. And that looks like everything on this level. The only real obstacle I have is getting Rex, my kitten, over here, because there's this sleep trap, which I'm also rather averse to. Like, I don't really want to walk in there, but I have no way of digging at the moment. Or levitating. You see how it says you smell charred flesh? It's a magic trap. Okay, I'm no longer bothered about it being a magic trap, though I would still like... the Rex is still not going to willingly walk over it. So maybe I might have to wait for Rex to kill one of the many dwarves. You see that armor which has appeared up here? So this is clearly the pile of an ex-dwarf, but this dwarf did not have a pickaxe, which would have let me dig my way through that one. So what am I going to drop so I'm no longer burdened? Let's drop 2 scrolls. Actually, let's drop a whole bunch of unidentified potions. You know, I can probably drop that bag of tricks. I kind of want it, kind of want to keep hold of the bag of tricks, but I also... You know, I'm also going to leash Rex briefly. Just let's drag him up to that gnome at the top so he can kill it and get its pickaxe. The dwarf suddenly falls asleep. Go on, Rex, you can take that dwarf. Good work, Rex. Normally, we would celebrate at the point of finding a dwarvish mithril coat. Mithril is fantastic, but I am a wizard, and wizards do not like metal armor. So we're going to wait for Rex to wake back up. So Rex walked on that pickaxe without any problem, so I'm fine with picking that pick up set. So we can dig our way around this trap. Super. In fact, while we're just waiting for Rex, we might as well dig our way down here anyway. And I'm not abandoning the horse, I'm letting the horse roam free. And also, while Rex is off wandering around and not coming to join us, let's see what happens if we try and write with those wands, because that might help us identify them. So one of them was a wand of light. That's good to know. Let's try engraving with that other wand. A wand of digging. I engrave in the floor. I am going to engrave Elbereth. Come on, Rex. You think that's a friendly golden naga hatchling? It is not. I'm going to eat the golden naga hatchling. I feel healthy, fantastic. So Casey with his barbarians have been poison resistant from the very start. My wizard is not. or was not. My wizard is now poison resistant. Just tweaking something in the setup. So let's drop that pickaxe in our stash, because that's going to leave our movements as unencumbered. And you know what? I'm going to totally leash Rex again. So another concern that Casey definitely had is tugging on the leash with his pets. I am less concerned with that because I've got a basically infinite stash of meatballs. I can, if I annoy Rex, it's very easy for me to retain Rex. No, don't. With bare hands, let's rewield our Magic Bane. It whimpers. I guess Rex was around the corner and a bit whiny. See, Rex is all whimper, 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 and now just purr. And I'm sorry, Agent Nay, but maybe when we get a little bit closer over here, the pony might be for it. Because Rex is going to have a good go at that pony. Well, let's let the pony live to fight another day. It's not like a pony's going to have much loot that we want. So I'm going to unleash Rex. And see what this dungeon level has in store. So, as a gnome, I don't have to worry too much or as much about the gnomish mines. Like, there are definite dangers, like this hobbit who just threw a potion at me. And those beetles, those A's over there, they're going to be something worth being cautious of. But the gnomes and the dwarves will all be peaceful. And Agent Nay in the chat asked me to promise, or say, if I kill the pony, all I ask is if you eat my, is to eat my corpse. It would be my pleasure. I actually had a friend when I was in school who made me make a similar real life pact, which it was amusing rather than macabre, but I don't know if I'd actually be held to it. There is another grey stone. Let's kick that one, which we can kick. Let's pick up. Rex. Give me my grey stone, Rex. So those two grey stones do not stack together, which is good info. Rex is carrying that corpse around. Don't really know why you like that corpse so much, Rex. You know what? I have a ring of warning. I'm also supposed to have infravision. Why did that not work? Let's cast a Vault of Force Vault. Soldier ants are a little bit scary. As you can see, these are hitting me pretty hard. So I'm definitely going to cast Force Bolt again. If I can kill that soldier ant, the mummy isn't a worry. And in fact, I'm going to pray at this point as I'm down to my last 10 health points. Thoth! Thoth, you swine! Thoth was pleased, but was not pleased enough to offer me any help. So that soldier ant is a risk. I can try and kill it, but I'm not guaranteed to kill it. I have a wand of digging, so I can dig through the floor. And I think that's my best option, unless anyone in the chat wants to have any other suggestions and say I should do something else. I think my inclination here is to dig through the floor, hope that I land in a room that is not full of monsters, and heal up a little bit before trying to come back upstairs. Agent A thinks it's a good idea, and Agent A is the only person who's voiced an opinion, so let's give that a shot. What do I want to zap? I want to zap my Wand of Digging. I want to zap it down. So I'm in Mine Town now. I'm going to open that door, I'm going to close that door, and I'm going to wait around. I'm going to close that door again. A rock mole has appeared in the wall. That rock mole is going to meet a hail of daggers. And I'm going to pick up those daggers before the shopkeeper heals that wall. So let's wait around again. I'm up to 28 health. And you might have noticed that in there we saw a thing how someone was playing, praising Anhur. Anhur, I think, is a chaotic wizard god. We're a neutral character. So we know that the altar on this level is not aligned with us. So I've got 40 HP now. I'm pretty happy with 40 HP. Let's just whack on our blindfold and see what we've got to expect here. There's a unicorn, which is worth being cautious of. A rat of some kind. But nothing else really concerning. Most of these rats are going to be shopkeepers, and the others are going to be watchmen who are going to be completely fine with me. So those dwarves are going to be fine. It's really only the unicorn that we have to worry about. So that lamp wouldn't be a bad option. There's clearly something valuable hidden inside this chest. Let's have a look and see what's inside the chest. A gold spellbook, which is obviously interesting as a spellcaster. But we'll leave that where that is. We'll see if we can get our pet to steal that for us. Definitely not standing next to that unicorn, but now he's on here, I'll totally cast a spell at him. Agent A says that I should eat the unicorn. Believe me, I would eat the hell out of that unicorn if I could. Believe me, I know your game, unicorn. A lot of human zombies up in this place tonight. So this thing here, where we see this thing saying probe, one of the special effects of Magic Bane is that it can probe monsters. There is a wand of probing, which is a similar effect. Sometimes it's going to tell you a little about the monster. It's got 2 HP left, it's level 4, it's stunned, it's not got anything in its inventory. Ooh. A quality apparel and accessories. definitely more accessories than apparel. So I will always buy clear potions, certainly for 7 Zorkmids. I want a stash of clear potions. So that there is almost certainly going to be a mimic. Maybe it'll be a potion of oil. Okay, I was thinking it's unlikely to be a potion in a lighting store, but oil is a possibility, which it was. So I think this top room... Oh, no, that's actually 2 top rooms. Ah, so there is the sanctuary, the temple. So while we're here, we'll just drop everything that we've got and just see if anything's blessed or cursed. You know, I wish I'd thrown a couple of daggers at this wolf before I just walked up to it. I should really get more used to the idea of... or get better at not just like trying to punch things to death. You know, for 40 Zorkmids, I'm kind of tempted by the tinning kit. Let's buy the tinning kit. I like the ability to tin things. Wow, that dwarf's been busy. That dwarf's gonna... We're going to leave that dwarf to it, and we'll come back in a little while, and there'll be nothing left in this room. Oh, look at that. I just blathered my way straight into that unicorn's path. Like an idiot. So now we know where the upstairs is. Oh, and look, we've gained a new soldier ant friend. We then killed our new soldier ant friend. Let's just pop on a blindfold and see what's in here. Oh, did you see that? That cat just changed into a dragon. That I am not a fan of. Either the cat just walked over a polymorph trap, or it's some kind of shape-changey thingy. Either way, I was just looking at this level and thinking, you know what, this looks pretty easy. You know, some peaceful dwarves, peaceful gnomes, couple of wolves, one A over there, so I think that'll be a beetle of some kind. I can take this, I could even tame that cat. I'm carrying some meatballs. The dragon kind of makes that harder. Definitely running away from that and not going down there. Let's try and remember that. Let's also see if we can run away a little bit. Let's remove this. Well, see, things like I don't want this, like my blindfold means I can see where all the monsters are, but it means that it makes it a lot more tedious to map out this level. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, so we've actually killed most of the soldier ants here. Let's see if we can go find Rex, our cat, and also just map out a path. Between the upstairs and the downstairs. And there is a green gem here, and I'm just going to do a little thing which I don't really want to talk too much about, but I know something that I can do with unicorns that you can do with unicorns with gems. So that was N, that was our capital gem, so we're going to... Ooh. So I'm going to name the type of an object. I'm going to call that gem valuable. And then I'm going to throw that gem to the unicorn. The unicorn, the grey unicorn, is not interested in your junk. I now know that that gem is worthless. Let's leash Rex. So I think now, like we've come a little way into the dungeon. I wish I had slightly better armor. There's another command which is /, which is discoveries, so we can see what we know about in this game already. We've only identified 2 kinds of scrolls. Identify and confuse monster. Because at this stage we're not likely to encounter much better armor. And that dragon, if we could take down that dragon, might give us some dragon scales, which are definitely good armor. But I definitely don't feel confident taking down even a baby blue dragon at AC 4 with about 60 hit points. So instead I think I'm gonna, maybe we'll go back up to our stash. And in fact, maybe like the overall aim is let's go all the way back up and do Sokoban. We haven't found the entrance to Sokoban yet. But if we can go find the entrance to Sokoban, then that would definitely be worthwhile doing Sokoban as the next thing. Let me just check on the Rex. There is a rope golem. So let's pick up all of this stuff except the broad pick. Because this is our little mini stash. So let's unleash that. Unleash Rex. Maybe unleashing Rex was a mistake. There's an altar here. While we're waiting for Rex to show up, let's just drop everything here and see what is and isn't cursed. It's probably a good idea to be blind anyway on these levels, both so we can keep track of where Rex is and also we can see if any trouble coming when we're burdened. Rex, you're a cat, you don't like being leashed, but when you don't come very quickly, it kind of makes me want to pop a leash on you. You know what, we're doing pretty well in terms of power. I'm going to zap that boulder, and I'm now going to, I'm not very good at casting stone to flesh. But I can totally cast. Did I leave a whole bunch of stuff on the altar or something? Like, why am I... Huh. That's really odd that I was burdened before, and that was something I thought I had to deal with, and now I'm not burdened. Maybe I missed something in the scroll back. We'll end up going back down the mines at some point anyway, so... I'm just stopping and thinking, do I want to raid that wand shop? What were the 2 bits of armor in particular? Just a pair of leather gloves. And another pair of leather gloves. Okay. So I just want to drop some stuff off here which I'm not too bothered about. Because what I want to go and do is use that fountain over here. Agent A asked, did I gain a point of strength? And maybe. But if I did, I wasn't paying attention. I'm normally pretty good at spotting those. So some of these potions I don't care about. Such as this, probably fruit juice or booze. I'm definitely gonna dip those in the fountain. Because I want to start getting myself a stash of water. Clear potions are always water. It's weird that those... Oh, because I'm blind. If I now look at it, then they'll show up as clear potions. But I don't think I want to dilute anything else for the time being. So this is my stash. Let's go check out our stash and see if there's anything else that we want to change. Well, we can get rid of that worthless gem for a start. So first of all, I'm going to put in as much as I possibly can for the time being. I don't know why I'm still carrying around that sling. I picked that up just because I wanted to get it out of the way of the altar. We can stash our spare pair of gloves. I'm going to stash that scroll called Yum Yum. I'm going to stash my clear potions for the time being. And this is probably a good time for us to take a gamble on that scroll of Identify. So let's grab all, like, at least one of each thing that is currently unidentified, and that blessed scroll of Identify. And I'm going to read that blessed scroll of Identify. Perfect. So there is a chance when you have a blessed scroll of Identify that it's just going to identify everything currently in your inventory. And, I mean, we sassed Thoth earlier for not healing us, but maybe Thoth is in our favour because we got that random chance. Maybe it's the random number generator I should be crediting with that one. That's probably a more accurate credit rather than our god. So we can identify everything we're currently carrying. 7+0 daggers, an elven dagger, a blessed potion of speed, and I think we're already fast, so I might just drink that one anyway, because that should give me inherent speed as well as the speed boots we're wearing. Cursed Scroll of Teleportation, an uncursed luck stone, that'll be one of our grey scones. An uncursed touchstone. That's going to be useful for us. I like touchstones. An uncast scroll of enchant weapon. We're going to bless the hell out of that. Nice. So that was a really good scroll read. I have just remembered, however, that a level or two below this was where we found that bones file, which would have let us identify a whole bunch more. But never mind, we've identified this now. Let's loot this chest and put some stuff in it. I don't think I really care about that potato. don't have a real use for a Cursed Scroll of Create Monster right now, and I don't currently have any way of blessing stuff, really. So let's keep our Scroll of Enchant Weapon safe for now. Don't really have a use for a Ring of Searching, so I'm going to stash that one. Wand of Locking's a bit lame too, so let's stash that. And this should hopefully... Yeah, so we're now unburdened. So what I'm going to do is, now I know that, like, I now have essentially a lot of useless potions. Booze doesn't really do very much for me. Confusion is kind of useful. I might keep that one around. But hallucination, don't need it. Levitation, nah. Let's drink that potion of speed. Your legs get new energy. So I might have been fast already. In fact, I'm just going to leave my kitten here because I want to go to that fountain and I want to turn some of those potions into water. What are we going to turn into water? We're going to turn the booze into water. What else are we going to turn? That potion of hallucination. And you know what? I'm going to keep those other two as they are for the time being. Having a source of levitation is definitely useful, and I don't have any other source of levitation at the moment. So let's leave our gold behind, likewise with our potions. So this was our grave. We'd partially explored this level. Oh no, this wasn't our grave after all. This was just a level. This was our grave because we had a quick look at all this stuff over here where there's a lot of things going on. See, look at all those unidentified scrolls. How nice would it have been to be able to go through those? So one of those scrolls is a scroll of Scare Monster. I think I'm just going to leave them where they are for the time being. Let's continue exploring this level. A parchment spellbook. Another thing that I always like as a wizard is finding random spellbooks. $972 gold pieces. That was a loaded leprechaun. So this doesn't look like it's going to be the Oracle's level. In fact, that's a certainty, really. So we're still a little way away from Soccerban. So again, we've got a unicorn here. Let's pick up that gem. And do the same trick, or at least try to. Rex, you better get out of the way of that unicorn, because that unicorn is going to do a real number on you. You know, I've got 65 health points. I'm going to stand next to that unicorn. The white unicorn is not interested in my junk. So again, I now know that that gem is in fact worthless. Anyway, enough talk of my junk. Let's see if that spellbook is worth anything. I say worth anything. I want to see if Rex will stand on it, which he will, so I can read that quite safely. You add the levitation spell to your repertoire, which I probably can't cast very well. Yep, failure rate of 96%. So one thing about this game is we haven't found that many spellbooks yet. We haven't learned that many spells. In particular, we haven't found very many low-level spells, which would be super useful, because then we could start leveling up some of our spells a little bit more. So I'm going to drag Rex over this thing. In fact, I'm just going to drag Rex all the way to the stairs, really. I'm beginning to feel hungry. Let's see that other fortune cookie. It's true, shopkeepers can spot tourists a mile away. What luck? Good work, Rex. Oh, that was interesting. Let's give Rex a meatball. I might eat a few of those meatballs myself. So I'm kind of confused and don't really have any way to deal with that, so I just wanted to wait until that wears off. That looks like a python to me. Trapped in a pit. Sounds to me like a job for the Force Bolt spell. And it's a shame that python is trapped in a pit. I don't really want to get into that pit and suffer from my corpse. Agent Nay is saying, thank you to Soda for streaming this. I am a guest host today. Normally, Casey, C. Calderup on Twitter, streams these. But he's moving across the country at the moment, so I am a friend who is also fond of Nethack and said I would step in and guest host. So your regular host is away. I'm standing in for a Thursday. But yes, it was a great idea. I really do think that Nethack Nights revitalized my interest in Nethack. Without Nethack Nights, I would not have ascended, which I did recently for the very first time. I would not be having as much fun with Nethack as I am. I would love to see more Nethack on Twitch, and I really like the whole setup of Nethack Nights. I don't mean to just like say nice things about Casey, though that's obviously a big part of it. But it is great to see some on Twitch. Here is a creature which I am not very happy about meeting. It is a lynx. I think I'm gonna zap a force bolt at that lynx, and then I'm gonna hit that lynx with my dagger. And then I'm going to eat the lynx and find that I'm going to stop eating it thanks to another snake. Let's go back and finish that lynx corpse off. Oh, hey, Espavis. I should say... I think I can say Spavis on Twitch. Maybe Spavis is a better way, but I didn't realise that you were watching today. Good to see you. So we dealt with the lynx, we dealt with the snake. Let's... This is an interesting dungeon level. This looks like there should be maybe a hidden door. Oh, see that? That is a rust monster. And that I'm definitely gonna force bolt and run away from. I would really love to put some distance between me and the rust monster. A rust monster is a great way to mess up your stuff. Like, I don't even want to throw daggers at this rust monster. Alright, the rust monster will rust my daggers, which I do not want. So this level is pretty weird. Let's put on our blindfold. So there's definitely something else going on here. And you see that? I bet you that is the Oracle of Delphi. That's probably going to be a grey elf, maybe? Or a green elf, as it's green. And that's a rock piercer, which suggests it might actually burrow through to us at some point. Let's try going all the way back to the upstairs. Something there you can't see. It hits. Well, let's kill it and then we'll remove the blindfold and find out what we just killed. A quarterstaff, so I'm going to say that was probably a wood golem. There's our secret door. Ghoul. I don't like ghouls. I just ran past a room. I like how the elf was just standing there for so long, just letting me throw daggers at it. But I will take your elven dagger. Do I currently have a hat? I don't currently have a hat. I will take his hat as well. And when Rex reappears, we will see if that hat is safe to try on. So there's Rex. Let's go and have a look in the... Oh, that door is locked. I think I can kick that door in pretty safely. It's just going into the room for the Oracle. I'm going to eat that baby longworm. Say hi to Delphi. Hi, Oracle. So I have no use for a potion of sickness, so I'm going to dip that in the fountain. So the other thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to destroy these statues, because I know something about statues which I don't think Casey knows about statues yet. So I'm not going to say what it is, but we might well find out. Oh look, there is a ape. So I might wait for that ape to get a little bit closer to me, and then I'm going to throw some daggers at that ape. Now that's annoying. I'm going to run away up this way because I can't throw a dagger when my cat is standing right behind him. Rex! The rock piercer bites Rex. Rex is killed. One thing I haven't been doing and really should have been doing is taking screenshots. Is it Mac Shift 4? Yeah, so let's take a screenshot of that. Oh, I wanted the screenshot of Rex is killed, not uncurling point. There you go. Nobody tell Casey that I faked this screenshot. Agent Nay in the chat is saying how he made a New Year's resolution to finally beat Nethack and completed the first quest as a tourist, which is an achievement worth noting, and minutes later suffered a catastrophic game failure, which really does suck. So yeah, definitely commiserations there. Oh, I've ended up... Yeah, you'd better flee, ape. So I am now petless, which is rather annoying, if for no other reason than that leather hat which I tried on. I have no way of finding out whether it's safe or not. Ditto with that shining spellbook. I just happened to stumble across. Well, I can no longer curse test that with my pet. I could go all the way back up to level 3, but I don't think I really want to right now. And another spellbook. Rex, why did you have to leave me like this? So I think I'm going to drop some spellbooks here. I'm going to get rid of those eggs because I'm not going to eat them. Eggs sometimes will hatch. These ones did not. so I'm not going to eat them. Yes, let's go down now. So this level here is where we will find the entrance to Sokoban. And that's probably a good place for us to stop this evening. Let's try and find the entrance to Sokoban and do a couple of levels of Sokoban and see how time's getting on, as I don't think I'll have enough time to clear it. There is a cockatrice, which we definitely don't like. So I threw a whole bunch of daggers at that cockatrice and a couple of spells. This is a level Casey hasn't seen it before. I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm just going to leave that one as it is. In particular, as we were just looking for Sokoban. See, I just blathered straight up to that dog. A warg, and I might come to regret that. There we go, maybe not. That's the power of a weapon which will stun things. Spavis is saying in the chat, what was that level? Agent Nay was saying I could teach him how to deal with that. The level, I will tell you, it's known as the Big Room. There was a lot going on. But I am only AC4, and I do only have 65 hit points, so I don't really want to try and tackle that. I would much rather tackle some Sokoban. Let's pop on the blindfold. Nothing to worry about so far. And then the nice thing about Sokoban is that I have most of the levels as pretty much muscle memory now, so this should not be too tricky. Like, I am still at risk of a stupid finger mistake. I also happen to know that Sokoban will always contain 2 scrolls of Earth. So that scroll we just picked up, labelled Iris Sazon Edisi, is a scroll of Earth. Look at all this wands. This is the other great thing about Sokoban. Sokoban's full of great loot. Like, we've got wands. In fact, I'm going to pick up that wand because I don't want a monster to just pick it up and zap me with it. Tripe ration. So we can retame, we can have ourselves a Rex the Second. And if we do find another pet, suggestions from the chat for what to name it will be open. Agent A is kind of reminiscing about levels that have caused him stress and pain and death. And I think in a way that's kind of the fun of Nethack. There are so many possible ways to die. Like, don't get me wrong, it's annoying to lose a character that you have sunk hours into. It is massively annoying to do so. That's a bit scary. Let's fire some daggers at this mountain centaur. Which I'm totally going to eat. But yeah, there's such a variety of things that can kill you in Nethack. Like, discovering all the possible pitfalls and worries. A peaceful kitten. I'm going to leave the peaceful kitten. I'm not going to level up the kitten Like, we're getting pretty low level in the dungeon, in the Dungeons of Doom now. Our kittens aren't going to last very long. Maybe we'll tame it on the way back down. So, I was saying before, with probably a little bit too much cockiness, that I have most of Soccer Band memorized. But this level, this one is one which still gives me trouble. And I almost always go and look at spoilers for it before tackling it. But I have myself a rule while streaming Nethack, no spoilers. So let's see how well I can do this from memory. So I haven't stuck anything yet, we're going to drop one in the pit. We kind of want to clear a route around here. So I think we want to push that one down 2, that one right 1. We can then move this right 1, this one up 1, this one over 2. I think this is where I've gone wrong. I should not, or I should have moved that one over 1 before moving the one below me right now. I should have moved to the left 1 space before I moved the other boulder below me. Dang. And that might actually cause me some trouble. I should not have pushed left. So, how am I going to get myself out of this fine mess? So if I push this one down 1, it's definitely stuck. If I push this one down 1, it doesn't help me. Similarly, if I push the boulder 2 below me, that's there. That's not going to help me. I think, let's put on my blindfold and discover there's nothing around. Let's drop everything I am carrying. I cannot pass that way. I think I'm going to have to take off a whole bunch of other stuff and drop all of that as well. Let us just take a moment to consider that I am now naked in the Dungeons of Doom. So I can squeeze past this boulder. Let's drop all that gold. That's probably my best option. If I squeeze into this space, I can then squeeze that one out. Move that where it should be. Pick up all of this stuff. And get redressed. So, shirt, leather armor, BMT, and let's wield my magic bane again. So we survived. I suspect I'm still not in tip-top shape. I suspect I'm still a little bit stuck in places, but we can at least clear a few boulders and simplify this level somewhat. That looked like there was an air elemental somewhere floating around here. Yep. Ah, it's a peaceful air elemental. My favourite kind of air elemental. So I've definitely not done very well on this level. So whenever I squeeze past stuff, there is a luck penalty for doing so. So I don't want to do it a lot. I think if I stick this boulder to left, I can move this one down. This one will come down here, and then I can move it across and back through and finish it. And if that's 2 across, I can move that one down, move that across and then up, and then do a similar thing up here. And if I do run out of boulders, I will be able to unstick these by dropping everything. So let's try that. Ooh. Again, just tapping on the keyboard. Not looking at the gold golems that are hitting me. And good night, Agent Nay. Nice. Thank you for dropping in. We will be streaming more next week. This gold golem is definitely hitting me a lot. After all that, he only disintegrated into 142 gold pieces. Pavis is saying in the room that is an air elemental just air? Let's see what we can find out about the elementals. Elementals are manifestations of the basic nature of the universe. There are 4 known forms of elementals: air, fire, water, and earth. Some mystics have postulated the necessity for a 5th type, the spirit elemental, but none have ever been encountered, at least on this plane of existence. So I think that clears everything up, don't you? I mean, it's obviously a manifestation of the basic nature of the universe. That gives you enough to draw a perfect mental picture. So, back to more earthly concerns, like moving boulders around. I think I'm going to have to stick at least one of these boulders. So let's stick that one over twice. There's a food ration there which we can eat. So I feel a little bit bad for messing this episode up, messing this level up quite so badly, as I've got a number of boulders that are stuck. But this one I do think is pretty widely regarded as the hardest episode, or the hardest level of Sokoban. Maybe I should give myself a little bit of a break. Let's figure it out. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we've got 4 boulders left and 4 holes to fill. So as long as we don't make any other mistakes, like how I started saying we, right? Like, you know, when I'd like to think I'm pretty good at that generally, but you know, in this case, we're all in it together. As long as we don't make any other mistakes, we can still complete this level without any further luck penalties. Oh, that was silly. I just pushed this boulder down, and now that elemental is going to be stuck there. And in fact, I can't even see that elemental with telepathy. Elementals can fly, I think, so that might well have encountered that. That might have explained that. And I'm not sure if you all clocked when I put the blindfold on, there's a fairly chunky collection of creatures waiting for us in that I mean, you wouldn't call it a treasure zoo, but in the room, the staircase room, quite a lot of things waiting. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off this level of Sokoban. We will go down, and that little kitty, the kitten that I was so scornful of its survival chances, I am going to tame. And we will invite it back up. Did I just drop something? I did just drop my blindfold by accident. I want to have eyes on that Naga hatchling before I start pushing this boulder across. So there's a lot of stuff going on in here. Let's have a look at the all monsters shown on the map. 3 Rothays, 2 golden Naga hatchlings, an owlbear, and 3 soldier ants. Espavis says it's a surprise party for me. It's not all that surprising. I definitely don't want to fight that. Where is that kitten? Kitten, how would you like a meatball? So in the chat, people, I think Espavis had the suggestion of naming our next pet Casey, which I like a lot. However, I fear our kitten is not long for this world. And I don't really want to give it a name so dear to our hearts as Casey, only to see Casey bite the dust in short order. I mean, is it? I haven't played Fallout, but the dog in Fallout's called Dogmeat, right? Let's call our kitten Catmeat. Come on, Catmeat, let's go up. Hey, while we've got Catmeat, we now have a thing. We can actually drop a whole bunch of our things and see if Catmeat will walk on them. Ah. The Plain Centaur has stolen my leather hat. So Catmeat is quite happy to walk on top of our leather hat, so we can put that one on quite happily. I think I dropped the spell books further up, didn't I? Let's go and have a look at the spell books that we dropped. I think that was just 1 level up. Now we've got a cat. What on earth did I do with those spell books? that was down. I don't want to go down in this case. Oh dear, a giant zombie. That's worth being cautious of. Yeah, I'm running away from the giant zombie. The giant zombie disappeared. Oh, there's the giant zombie. So the thing about zombies is that we can't see them in corridors. We have infravision as a gnome, but zombies don't have blood. They're cold-blooded. But that does mean that we know that our kitten isn't here, so I can zap my spell of Force Bolt and destroy that giant corpse. Pavis is asking in the chat about why am I checking what cat meat will walk on. Pets do not like walking on top of cursed stuff. Cats and dogs, or pet cats and pet dogs. I think actually all pets are resistant to walking on stuff that's cursed. In a pinch, but they definitely don't like it. So if our cat had refused to stand on that hat, or we had said like cat's meat moves only reluctantly, we would have known that helm was not safe to try on. Tansaru is saying I can tin and eat the corpse for strength. Giant corpses do give me things, but it was a giant zombie, right? And I'm not sure, like, if I tin that, that's going to quote-unquote recover, right? Zombies are old corpses. So Catmeat is quite happy to check both of those. Let's read both of those spell books. I now know the spell of light and Wizard Lock, which is a bit of a not great spell. Tansaru says tinning makes giant corpses safe to eat. Let's go down. I suspect by the time I get there, that corpse might have rotted away, but let's find out. So let's try out our tinning kit, which I've apparently left stashed several levels above me. So that was a really good idea, and I did buy that tinning kit mainly for things like finding giants and tinning them when I'm already satiated, but sadly that's not going to work out in this case. So let's drop our spell books here, because we're either going to die further up or we are going to come back this way. This might be a good opportunity to get ourselves a unicorn horn. However, I would like to not stand next to this unicorn. So there is something which is also new to us. You throw 2 daggers. The first, now we are more skilled in dagger, we might sometimes be able to throw more than one. I am eating the hell out of that unicorn corpse. Oh, there's some kind of... just a jackal. And is this a peaceful little dog over here? A peaceful little dog. Well, I'm going to tame that dog. Because I have meatballs as far as the eyes can see. And we're getting very close to our wrap-up point now for the evening. I'm just going to go up a level. You know, I'm going to go up a... No, okay, so I'm going to try and coax my pets to come and join me. We will get these up the level, and then we'll pop the blindfold on, and we'll be able to see that that zoo is very dangerous for us. So this is a great time to drop any last-minute questions, comments, criticisms, anything like that into the chat, and we can talk about that before I sign off. Where did my dog go? You know what, I have a leash. I'm not gonna mess around waiting for this dog to do its thing. So there we go, let's unleash that dog for the thing. And so this is going to be our stopping point for the day. So let's just recap. We've still got our same wizard, which is really nice. We've got a good weapon in Magic Bane. We have gone a little way into the Gnomish Mines. We got down as far as the Mine Town. We are a little bit scared of going further in the mines because there's a blue dragon down there. We're also a little bit scared of attacking the big room because there's a lot of enemies in there. And this room here is also a little bit scary. So really, next time, we are going to have to attack something that is scary and dangerous. So next time, I say, is going to be next Thursday. I will be guest hosting again. So if you would like to join that, you should probably follow us. In fact, let's just take a quick screenshot of this window, just so I can include that as a screenshot for the blog. So yeah, make sure you're following Soda Culture on Twitch. I stream stuff on Twitch occasionally. My username is ACOTN. And you can also follow me on Twitter. I am a creature on Twitter. The other great way of keeping up with NetHack Nights is through the Tumblr. Tumblr is at nethack-nights.tumblr.com, and if you go to the Soda Culture page, which is where we're streaming from here, you will be able to find links to all of the various social media presences, because we are on Twitter, YouTube, Tumblr, everywhere. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let's save this game now. Oh, we don't, on nethack.org we don't see the thing. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Tune in on Tuesday to see another guest host playing, as far as I know. And until next time, keep hacking those nets and be seeing you.